And done. Hey, hi, hello.
Oh, hi. Nice.
Yeah, hot start. Welcome to the Rotating Tap
I
podcast.
wasn't even paying attention.
That's okay. I'm used to
great.
that. I'm used to that on this show.
I'm Steve Vanderploeg,
I'm Corey David.
and we're here today at Living the Dream Brewing down in what part of town is this? Littleton?
Highlands Ranch.
Littleton.
Like the border, pretty much.
We claim both.
Oh, we already have a disagreement between brewers.
We claim both.
It's just whatever town seems to be cooler at the time. I think that's probably the easiest way to go about it. You know, when I think of living the dream, I also thought of being in an industrial park. So this is good. Every time somebody ever asks me that, they're like, what do you like? What's living the dream like? It's like, it's just mostly being in an industrial park on a snowy day in Colorado.
You are kind of tucked back here.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Quite the oasis, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Are there any other cool businesses around here?
No.
It'd be awesome
Not
if you guys
really.
just had some like a fun little like plaza outside of you guys too. It's like an adventure destination.
Yeah,
Isn't
there's
the go-kart place closed?
the K1.
K1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
That's probably
Yeah, I
the
passed
best
it.
thing.
It's like
around
a
here, I
hike
guess.
to get anywhere.
Yeah. Also, it would be. Do you guys go over to the K1 thing ever after you're done
I've
with
never
work?
been.
Okay, because there was a where I used to live in upstate New York. One of the malls had there was a World of Beer, and right across the street, or right across the hallway, if you will, there was a go kart place.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And they act to a point. They had to start breathalyzing everybody that was coming in.
We've definitely had people
Oh,
that
shit.
have come to and from both places. Yeah.
Because a lot of times, that's just part of the plan. You're like, all right, we'll go have a couple beers, then we'll go legally drink and drive.
I actually think they had their like
Damn.
employee outing here a couple times where they had their like K1 gear, and the 12 of them were here drinking, and
Yeah.
then went back to work. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe that happened.
They were just fueling the go-karts. They weren't driving them.
I don't blame them.
They
What
were
the hell? That
fooling
seems like it would be the benefit. You're like, we have bumpers, we have helmets. Like, that should be encouraged. Like, I want to have a beer in my hand while I'm driving a go kart. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Adam Sandler helmet. From,
Yeah, make it
Happy
fun.
Gilmore.
Yeah, just a couple cups.
Just go for a little booze cruise.
We're here today with Teddy and Jamie from Living the Dream. Say hi and tell us a little bit about what you do here.
I'm Teddy. I been working here for almost 2 years now, and I'm one of the lead brewers.
Nice.
You sound so
Very
stoked
cool.
about it.
This might be the first person higher than I.
That's all good. Did you brew anywhere before here?
No, I started just from here and
Okay.
worked my way up.
Nice.
So
What's
Very
what's on the menu right now that you got your stamp on? Like, what's one of your creations?
be the red IPA, Imperial Red
Okay.
IPA.
Also an amber IPA.
Yeah.
The only way to make an amber better is to make it not an amber, or to make a red better. I think is to make it an IPA basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a
instead of an
long-standing thing about ambers are
Talking
like
about
one of the
ambers.
worst beer styles in the world. So the only way to make it better is to make it not an amber, basically.
There you go.
And that's great. I'm
Yeah.
glad you did that.
For sure.
You were like, hey, this red's kind of boring. Let's amp it up a little bit.
So we actually
We brought
Yeah.
brought some too.
Perfect. Is this an amber or is it a red IPA?
This
the-
is
it's
the
the red
red,
IPA.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is a Route 85 on our menu.
Love the smell. That's tight. That's really good.
It's super smooth for being 8% too.
That's 8%, huh?
Yeah.
Are you chugging this later?
Maybe.
It's got to make that leaderboard, son. No, this is really good. So is this something you guys have on all the time?
It's only our second time making it, actually.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is like, I guess I'm not as familiar. What sticks in the rotation for you guys, and then how much of it is it's just turning over all the time in this new shit?
It's probably 5 beers that have been on regular rotation.
Yeah.
And they've kind of been in an experimental phase for at least since I've been here, 2 years.
Like changing them out,
Yeah,
you
so there'll be 1 or 2 on, and if our customer base likes it, then we can it and make it again.
Okay.
It kind of all depends on what goes on in the tap room. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's always tap rooms are always the best R&D facility, right?
Absolutely.
Because it's direct to consumer. You can even talk to people about it, and you're monitoring sales that are happening at the bar as opposed to selling it to a store.
Absolutely.
Because at that rate, you don't really know what the pull through is once it gets to a store. Or whatever,
And we have
right?
the same regulars for like 7 years, so they'll say that something sucks right away.
They'll just tell
Sure.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
You guys are pretty busy. I haven't been in this tap room. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah,
For how
there's
tucked
people
away
next
it
door
is.
too. So we have a tap room on the other side of this wall.
Oh, yeah, I
There's
saw
people
that.
over there as well.
Yeah, sounded like social distance.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is a pretty big spot. I didn't realize you guys had like the other room outside of the tap room space,
Yeah.
and then you've got the huge tent outside
So I think we just found out the huge tent seats almost 80 people now, and then it's a good 100 something for the beer garden in the back.
Okay.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh
What-
yeah, I want to check out the beer garden.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
really
seen
nice.
that yet.
Can you think of any times in particular somebody was like brutally honest and you were like, oh man, that's rough, or you were just
I guess I wasn't offended before because I wasn't brewing before, so that was then and this is now. So no, not really.
Not that I can think of.
Jamie, what do you do here?
I brew.
Nice.
Yep.
Great.
I went full time in November.
Cool.
I was in the bar. When I first started in the bar, I was doing pastry gigs before. and
Okay.
Picked up a couple shifts in the tap room. Picked up more shifts in the tap room, and then started washing kegs, helping these guys out.
And now you're
did some
living
cellar
the
work,
dream.
And now I'm living the dream, brewing
Yeah.
full time.
Sure,
Yeah.
that comes up a lot. Yeah. So did you have any brewing experience at another spot before here?
No, I feel like I had a lot of beer experience. I did pastries for Alamo Draft House.
Mhm.
So did a lot of beer dinners. Had some desserts that went national through there. I did fine dining pastries before that, and then somehow always got tangled into some beer dinner. So I feel like there's been an overlap for a long time, but
Okay.
not brewing.
Sure.
So how many pastry stouts do you guys have on right now?
So I'm not allowed to do any dessert stuff.
Wow.
I was told it was a challenge.
I
so
saw the sadness in
I,
your eyes, like as you were saying that.
We have a special
Yeah,
guest.
we do have a
also,
special guest.
Today.
And what's the assistant brewer's name?
So, you tell everyone your name. This is Zelda.
Say hi, Zelda. Nope.
We'll work on that. That's okay.
That's
you want
later.
to sit here?
She'll tell us a joke later, right?
Yeah, she's got an awesome joke.
She's got good jokes. I hear.
Well, happy to have her on board. Which actually, I guess we can get into a little bit of hot takey stuff now. Preferences on certain things for you guys. How do you feel about growlers?
So, I don't mind it now. In the tap
Because you're
room,
not doing it.
Yeah.
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 Truthfully.
I don't even feel like I enjoy them myself that much. Like, I feel like once I take it home, like that ticker is kind of already going.
It immediately starts to get worse, like by the second.
For
right?
sure. Yeah. Unless you're gonna have it all that night, then I don't think it's.
And
worth
that's the
it.
hard part too, is that you gotta like, share it with people. Otherwise, it's just so much.
For
It's just
sure.
too much,
Yeah,
really.
it's a lot. Once you get a straw and just go for
So
it.
you will fill them for people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
We sell a lot of growlers.
Sure.
Yeah.
We blow through our glass growlers all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
People like them.
Yeah.
Just not.
But then I wind up having 20 in my car or whatever. Or not even in my car, just like at my house, because you never remember to have a growler when you actually need it.
So you just end up buying a new
You
one.
just get
at
new
a different
growlers. Now I've
spot.
got these jugs just laying around my house. You have to try to repurpose in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, flower pots, right?
Yeah,
I don't know what
guess.
else you
right.
can use them for.
Flower
Yeah,
pots.
yeah. My house is full of flowers and bongs and growlers. So, were you guys ever? So, I mean, here, yeah, it's a pain in the butt, like to fill them or whatever. But were you ever growler people yourselves?
Never.
Not really. No. Just like 6-packs and growlers.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Growlers are kind of on their way out now too, especially like I feel like the whole shutdown. Everybody had to start canning, so everybody is buying,
Yeah.
starting to do 6-packs, 4-packs, whatever else.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you guys do any? Did you do growlers here at all?
Yeah, we still
Okay.
do. They still do. I mean, I feel like they still do a good amount, just because everyone's so used to taking home whatever beer they want
Yeah.
that night.
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. I mean, the worst though is when somebody brings in just a rank growler.
Oh yeah, it's
Like,
gross.
I can't.
It's real gross.
I can't do that.
So-
I can't fill this in good faith.
There's one instance is one of my last beer tinning shifts where I told someone I was like I can't fill this. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, there's mold in it. Like I can't fill it. And it was
Yeah.
like it's actually towards the beginning of COVID too. I was like, I literally just can't. And he's like, why? And I'm like, it's disgusting. Like, and he's like, well, can't you just go like spray it out with a hose in the back? And I was like, no, I can't fill this. And he just was not having it. I was like, I can't.
And then
can't
just
do
started
it.
going off about
Gross.
polis and
Yeah.
how his rights are being taken away. Yeah, dude, like, why are you putting this on me to
Yeah.
clean your
Yeah.
disgusting growler?
We literally didn't understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just don't get it.
Like,
It's
you
like,
don't-
why do you want this?
Don't
Sir,
put the
have you
lid back
Did you
on.
smell this? Do you have COVID? Is that why you didn't even recognize that this thing is rank?
Yeah.
You
There's
think they
definitely
would clean them after?
floating around somewhere.
Well, now
Other-
that there's a child at the table, I suggest that it's time to chug some beers.
Oh, I was gonna
Yay.
ask one more question.
We can do that.
Yeah, I was gonna do one more thingy. Do you guys prefer children or dogs? You have to pick one at the tap room.
So what
Probably
do you think?
children,
Probably children.
in my opinion.
Yeah, whenever we want to say earmuffs, she's already wearing some.
Oh, for sure. She's so used to that.
It's
Yeah.
actually.
She's like, I'm putting this back on.
She's already so good at it.
She's ready.
So you'd rather have kids
She's
here than
listening to
dogs.
the Rotating Tap podcast
Less
right now.
noise in a certain way.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because a lot of times there'll be dogs that come in and they're just, yapping all over.
They just lose it.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. You
I
can't
feel
give a
like-
dog an iPad either. That's rough.
That's true.
No
Do you
pun
allow
Keep
intended.
them
dogs in
quiet.
here?
Yeah, dogs are allowed
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like dog parents get a little bit more offended than kid parents sometimes
Sure.
too. So it's hard to.
It's because the reason they got a dog was for the insecurity. You know,
totally.
it's because they're very lonely.
Yeah.
And they need to validate their decision.
Because like if you walk up to the table and they have like a yappy kid, you're like they expect it, but with a dog they're like, well, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My precious little girl. There's no way she could ever be offended to anybody. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, yeah. You want to chug some beer?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Now that we have, now that there's children present,
Yeah,
and we even
exactly.
have
Perfect timing.
tiny glasses for her.
Oh yes.
We could put her on the leaderboard. I mean, if we did water or soda or something, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
wanted
She'd
to,
kill it,
She
yeah.
wanted to do a chug. She'd be more than
I
welcome.
mean, there
to.
may be a root beer in the cooler.
That's true.
Slowest chug.
By
is
the end
just
of the episode,
savory.
if you want to con her into trying to chug one of those full of root beer and see if she can get on the leaderboard, we're down to do it.
She's like, what? Don't look at my iPad.
She would be the first infant to crack the crack the chug leaderboard.
She's actually YouTubing us live, tweeting like, "Look at these idiots."
Yeah.
Hey, YouTube.
Yeah, she's managing her Twitch stream right now. Somebody's got to make some extra money.
Right. What do we? Oh yeah. I guess
need to
just,
grab
just
one
me?
then.
All right, cool. Well,
Teddy, you're not getting in on this?
No, I'll go grab one.
twist his arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go get a full one.
Sounds great.
Yeah, we're here to party. If you have a funnel or if you want a shotgun, you're more than welcome to do that too.
Meow.
Hi. Can you say hi?
Hey, you can say hi. We'll work on it.
Thinking about it. That's
I mean,
okay.
I get it. That's how I am most of the time.
Well, if I was watching The Simpsons instead of listening to this podcast, I'd probably be a little tuned out as well. So,
She's a little
so I don't
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
in particular. I get
absolutely.
it. Homer's a gem. So what are you gonna be chugging today?
This is the most chuggable beer. It's usually the
In
one that
all
people
the land.
have before they make it into the brewery. It's Powder Run. It's our vanilla cream ale.
Oh, it's super good. That's the one that
Yeah.
I'm having right now.
Oh, see, yeah.
Yeah,
See here.
tasty. Do you guys ever put it on nitro?
I feel like it was on Nitro once, like a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Nitros do as well at this location, so
Okay.
it just kind of.
Yeah, it's one of those particular styles that if I can ever see it on nitro, and
No,
granted,
totally.
I haven't had it a ton of different times because a lot of people don't do it,
Right.
but I just think it's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a beer we just won a medal for.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Our first GABF, so.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's something to
Cool.
celebrate for
It
sure.
looks super chuggable from here.
Yeah,
And the
it
vanilla
smells
probably makes it a
delicious,
little
yeah.
easier too, right? Yeah. So do you guys use extract or is it vanilla bean? Or...
So that's actually the only beer that we use extract in.
Okay.
Everything else is fruit, real spices. Yeah, it's the only one that makes the exception, but it's still good quality.
Okay.
vanilla
Fair enough.
extract, yeah.
Tight. And you're gonna do this with child in tow, which is even more impressive.
I mean, it's no different than any other day.
yeah, I was gonna say, you're so used to it.
I was talking to Steve earlier. I was like, she is our like buddy when we go brewery hopping. So
You described her as a brewery kid, which did remind me of like bodega cats.
see, yeah, it's funny
Just
though
runs
because
around and
like,
hangs out.
I feel like if I go to a brewery, like people are like, "Where is she?" Like where is she today?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, well, I didn't leave her in the car. Like she has another parent and like a family, and she has school, and but yeah, she's people are just used to seeing her. She's just
Totally.
that cool, quiet kid, and
She may be the best podcast guest we've ever had.
oh right,
Just strategically waiting for the time
Oh.
to strike in conversation.
we'll get more. Okay,
No
Yeah,
more
I would
Pringles.
want.
I know.
I would want more Pringles too.
she's smashing them.
That's the problem with the tiny cans. It's never enough, even the tall cans. Really.
Even for someone that's 3 feet tall.
Yeah, but you can still fit your whole wrist down that one. Getting your
Same
arm,
in the other-
getting
Yeah.
your getting your arm stuck in a long Pringles tube is not the move.
I do always end up
Edward
dumping-
Pringles hands.
I dump the end of the Pringles in my mouth, just like
Just a
chugging
savage.
a beer. Yeah.
I actually just do it even when it's full. I just one fluid stream.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Grab 'em instead of grabbing them.
Yeah,
when
one of the
it's-
few foods you can chug. realistically.
That's why they're campaigning to have you stack them, because they know that everybody's just like, nah, just dump this one back in there.
We should really get Pringles to sponsor this part of the show.
Really good joke, right?
There you go.
So we got the vanilla cream, not going for the 8%, so that's okay. So the way the chug works is essentially when beer hits your lips, Steve will start the timer. We'll probably roast you while it's happening, depending on how it's going.
Okay.
And then as soon as you're done, boom, it's over. You feel free to belch if you want, because that's always allowed. And then right afterward, you have to tell us a joke.
Cool.
Yeah.
You
pretty
have something to say?
straightforward.
Go ahead. Get it out.
Hi.
You want to give my man any encouragement for the
Frog.
frog is good. Yeah.
All right, I gotta stop laughing before I drink this. I'm gonna drink this really, really fast, okay? Oh no, your shoe. After I get your shoe back.
Like literally, really, really
It will
fast.
be
It's not
fast.
even. It's not even just a
Yeah.
joke now. Like
How
no,
fast-
we're not going to be here very long.
How
I'm gonna
fast
drink
do you
this
think
quick.
your mommy can drink?
How fast do you think you can drink this? How many seconds?
I think 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Not a lot of faith.
Solid bird.
Ouch.
And kids are honest to a fault, so at
Oh,
least we know a
totally.
little bit more.
The toilet is catty.
Truth.
You're gonna have to go first. I'm laughing so hard.
All
Okay.
right, Teddy, what are you drinking?
It's actually the same thing, except I mixed it with mocha powder on.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that on the menu too. So is it vanilla and mocha, or?
Yeah, so it's chocolate and coffee in there
Oh,
too.
dude, you short sold that one to me. You were like, go for the vanilla. I'm like, I don't know, that
Well, it's
mocha sounds pretty
it's
good.
The classic one.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Well, maybe something to try next. But all right, who's going first?
I guess me.
Take yeah.
All right. Whenever the beer hits the lips, I will start the timer.
All right.
And mind you, Teddy wasn't thrilled about this. Seems like
He
we
said
caught him
he
a little
can't
off
do it.
guard. But he's a slow and steady guy. You know, he's not here to
He
win
hasn't
it. He
fucked
just
up,
wants to
and
enjoy
His
himself.
shirt is dry.
A casual Sunday chug, if you will. Stroll around the park. A little bit of a break. That's understandable, you know, because sometimes you don't want to go full commit. You just want to be able to
He's-
enjoy the rest of the podcast. You can tell
He's
he's getting
tearing
a
up a
little
little
gassy.
bit.
You can
He's
burp
tearing
if you
up.
want to. Release it if you
Yeah.
need to. If you vomit, we're going to add 3 seconds to your time.
He
That's
thought
the
he was
only
going to be the
rule.
worst time, and he was not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's
Great.
not
Yours
even
is
the
also
worst.
very cold and poured very fresh.
How do you
That was
feel? How do you feeling?
Good. Full.
You look upset.
When was the last time you chugged a beer?
High school.
Yeah.
Great.
So like 2 years
'Cause I didn't
ago.
really go to college. So,
With that baby face.
yo,
How old are you?
23.
Nice.
Oh, see, I wasn't wildly far.
Yeah. No. It was still 5 years ago.
Wasn't
but,
it? Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, dude. I know we sprung this on you last minute. You got a joke for us?
I don't. Not.
Gonna have to think of one by the end of the show.
I will.
The rules are the rules.
No, of course.
Doesn't even matter if it doesn't even have to be an original. You know, a classic dad joke, something along those lines.
Classic dad. I'm sure Zelda has some zingers.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you want to do your
I
joke?
can't think of one yet, but
So the mocha, is that something you guys release all the time? Is that just like a specialty that you guys do every once in a while?
right. I guess it's more of a specialty
Okay.
than anything. Last time we made it was last year, I think.
Yeah, it's
right?
probably been about a year.
Yeah.
So we've done a couple different variations of the powder run. Just had an horchata come out a couple times. Just canned
Nice.
it recently.
Do you still have that?
We do. We have it in
I would-
cans. It's
Ooh.
I wanna try
delicious.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it. So is the powder run the one you guys seem to play with the most in terms
It's
of
the
adjuncts
staple.
and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's a pretty easy base to work with, right? Because it's a pretty simple flavor profile, all things considered. But then you
Absolutely.
can just kind of play with the adjuncts that you're putting into it to really bring out that particular flavor instead of having it hidden somewhere behind a bunch of roasted malts or hops or anything.
Absolutely. And there's already a good wish list of like recipes like on deck for variations. So usually behind the bar when we do get like tired of like this is a sour, this will eventually get mixed with this, like
Okay.
the mocha. So it's kind of that like
So you get like
palate, yeah.
For your drinks, you mix them a bunch. Is that
yes.
okay? I'm like,
yes.
I don't know how I feel about beer mixtures, to be honest. A lot of people love them, and some breweries even offer it.
Oh, really? I
Some,
didn't know
some breweries
that.
do offer it, but I don't know. I'm like a tried and true. I like what the beer is supposed to be. There's special times where I'm like, Oh man, this is a great mix.
Yeah, I don't mind a splash of. I'm not usually huge on half and halves, but sometimes there's like a little splash of this particular beer in another
that's-
one makes it a little
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, that's what I agree.
And I'm
yeah.
notorious, especially if I just don't. Hot takes.
A frog is in the toilet.
Again.
Frogs in the toilet.
That's my favorite fairy tale.
To be fair, that is better. I'm laughing more at that than Teddy's jokes.
It's definitely better.
She came prepared. She's also gonna beat him in the chug later.
Second time.
From what we can tell, anyway. So one of my things I always do that people hate, seems especially beer geeky folks, is if I'm at the end of an IPA, and I only have a little bit left, I'll actually dump it on top of the next IPA that I have, even if
sure.
it's not the same one. Because I mean, you're really not fucking up the flavor too
Right.
much, but I'm like, all right, let's see what this does. You know,
Just
just in terms of
splash.
just see what these this minor addition of whatever hop varieties are in this one.
Oh, yeah,
do.
yeah.
Especially if it's a beer I've had before. I'm like, I don't care.
The
You
ones
know, it's not like I'm ruining something for me. I'm like, it's my first experience with it.
I like splashes of something barrel aged and something not.
Yeah.
I think takes it a long way.
Yeah.
But usually I don't.
Like hot dog water.
yeah. Like a
Just
nice
barrel
nice,
aged
like,
hot dog water.
No, like a barrel aged chocolate porter with like hot dog water.
Because it goes perfect with dinner.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay,
It's just
Jamie, you ready to do this thing?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, we're ready for you.
Bathroom real quick.
I'm like,
Can I grab one of those mochas while you're out there?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
also could I have an horchata?
Sure.
The horchata one.
Mocha. Well, we don't
you want to say something else?
have that on.
There's some in 6-packs.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
grab one
just
of
a
those.
can?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd
of
be
course.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
One
probably
for
gonna.
here and
I'm
5
probably
for
gonna.
later?
I'm probably gonna grab some to go later.
Yeah,
anyway, so-
absolutely.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a really cool label on it,
Zelda's
too.
got something to say.
All right, let it out.
A finger is in the toilet.
Finger and a frog. So it sounds like the frog ate somebody and left the finger. What kind of animals do you guys have here where you just have human eating frogs in the tap room?
Corey, I think you found your target audience.
Yeah. Put a clown nose on me and I'm a huge hit.
Doing sold out shows.
I do like how the story is progressing as we go, though.
Oh,
At first
yeah.
it was a frog, and you're like, okay, I don't know where this is going.
Right.
And then a frog's in the toilet. I'm like, that's plausible. I get it.
Yeah.
And now
I
all of
mean-
a sudden, big twist.
So she is watching Treehouse of Horrors.
Oh,
So I feel like
yeah,
she's
yeah.
probably ripping some material
Oh,
from
yeah.
here.
That's okay.
But-
That's what every cartoon since The Simpsons has done. Since The Simpsons came out anyway.
Yeah.
I want to say something.
No more.
Zelda,
My turn.
She's on a hot streak now.
Yeah, she's not shy anymore.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a cell phone in the toilet. It was my fault.
Yeah,
It cost me a lot of money.
yeah, yeah. All right, Jamie, you ready?
All right, ready.
Whenever you are,
All right.
we're good to go. Little vanilla cream.
Child in tow.
Chugged
Really,
as
actually,
quickly
fucking
as possible.
shout it back.
Good technique. Big gulps. Not a
Nice.
drop spilled.
Way to go.
Respect.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
So
I have
refreshing.
seen a lot of spilling over the last few months. What did you think? Did she do good?
Think
I
about
need a
it.
picture of her like nose deep in this mic before we're done.
Yeah.
with this.
Look
Yeah.
at it.
Pickle is in the
All
toilet.
this time.
No wonder it's clogged.
All right. All right. So I'm totally stealing my joke spot and using her.
Okay.
Great.
That's
Ready
fair.
for your joke?
She's had a bunch of
I'm
zingers.
like, she's like my little monkey. You ready to
Mm-hmm.
dance? You ready to do your joke?
This is
all right.
YouTube exclusive.
Do it right here. Do your joke.
I'll do it here.
do it
She's-
here. I'll help you with it. Ready? Your hand. Ready? All right. What do you tell him? No, the cup. All right, I'll do it. All right, watch. All right. She says, "Open the lid."
Uh-huh.
No, you open the lid.
Open the lid.
No, you open the lid.
Open it.
Oh, I open.
Yeah, open the lid.
All right,
Open
all
the
right.
lid. Got it.
Then what do you say? Stick your finger in.
Uh-oh.
What do you say?
Hold on. Picture time.
All right, she says, twirl it around. What do you say? I forget. Tell me.
Poke it out.
Take it out.
Take it out.
And then what? Close the lid.
Got it.
Then what do you tell him? Tell him. She says, "Thank you for cleaning my toilet."
Ah, man. And the toilet callback.
Totally. Yeah.
That is
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was good.
You want to
You
do
want
it
to do
now?
it? All right, go do it to
All
Steve.
right.
Here, go do it to Steve right there.
All right.
He's
Got a
gonna
lot
have
of
no
action.
idea what's gonna
We have a
happen.
traveling comic, but you
tell me a
unfortunately, I think
joke?
we just fortunately, maybe unfortunately,
Okay.
we figured out that she is
Oh,
hooked
now
to
she's
the
ready.
microphone.
Lid.
Stick your finger.
Look at that
Stick
confidence.
your finger in.
Now rub it.
Oh, she's already changed up the lingo.
Take it out.
Take it out.
Put the lid back on.
Put the lid back on.
Thank you for cleaning my toilet.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good job. So she's gotten
Already way better
every
than Teddy.
bartender, every owner.
A lot of open micers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. You should come to an open mic later.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but now she's like, man, I like being on the microphone. So
Oh,
she's
yeah.
just gonna be a comic
No,
now.
right?
Hate to break it to
Yeah.
She's like pushing me out of the way.
you. Well, now she's got to go tell everybody how sick that joke was.
Killed it.
As long as you change it up every
Okay,
time, that's a real comic move.
Yeah.
Mama, I want to say something.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
All
you
right.
I want to say something.
She froze.
got
Also,
A
classic open mic
Fingers
move.
in the toilet again.
Again.
All
Dude,
right.
It's gonna be a whole
you
hand
did
in
get me on that.
It's gonna be a whole hand in
Thanks
there.
so much.
Yeah, we were out of horchata, so I just got you mocha.
Okay, cool.
Well, it must have been very popular. What are you gonna do? So, all right, hey, you
I've
ready?
had one horchata beer before. It was Declaration, rest in peace, and it was delicious.
They're usually stouts, though. They're usually. It seems like it's brown and darker, if you will. Where you
There's-
see a lot of horchata stuff. You don't. I don't typically see it in lighter beers at
Theirs
all.
was a
I
lot.
would say it looks just like regular powder run too, pretty much the horchata.
Yeah,
But yeah,
pretty tight. Actually, I wanted.
My
to,
turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got something for us?
No, I just
Oh, okay.
You got a joke?
no. It's my turn to be on the mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, actually, if you want to take a break, we'll have some.
Sorry.
We'll just have her come back. All right, dude. You want to go over the times?
Yeah. So, nobody's getting on the leaderboard today.
But nobody got under 30, so you proved her
All
wrong.
right.
You're already impressing her.
we're already.
To be fair, Teddy, you did tell us you were not good at chugging beforehand.
It was
and
respectable though. Didn't spill any.
It was.
Yeah, I didn't make a mess.
You did not make a mess. You came in at 28.37 seconds, which is not last.
But it's not great.
I mean, yeah,
But you have beat out people from New Image, Primitive, 10 Barrel. So, you
Dang.
know.
okay.
Yeah, because we're how many?
That makes
We're
me
over
feel
100
better.
people deep at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
we're pretty far along.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys the best and the 10th best times too, which are the ones we post. But yeah. So Teddy, thank you for showing up. We
Yeah.
appreciate
Did
you
it?
being here.
Yeah.
You did the thing.
Some of the
course.
comics,
You weren't too gun shy about it, and that's huge.
some of the comics bitch out. So we're proud of you. We're
Yeah.
proud of you both.
Yeah, some people are just
I
like,
can
I
say
can't
that
do that. It's like
because the child's not
maybe.
I can.
here. Ship is fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. She hears it all the time.
fine.
She's-
Yeah.
She doesn't have her headphones on. She's spying on this conversation. Shit.
So
Hey, shit.
yeah. So how about Jamie? What'd she wind up?
Jamie, you came in, child in tow, right, on your lap, which some of these people get up and stretch and they shotgun.
Yeah, no,
it,
like
and
the 8%. Do I get like 3 seconds off for having the block?
I'll give you a second off.
All right, cool. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll give you.
Yeah, we're open to negotiation. These aren't hard, fast rules.
So, with the second off, you came in at 8.9 seconds, which is
Nice.
pretty good.
Damn.
I think I think you should have just kept the 9.9 seconds with the child. I think
Let's
that's-
just do that then. Let's back it up.
It's up to you. Still great job.
It's on record. I think a second off is warranted.
Yeah.
The fastest time with basically everything at this point has the 3 seconds off. You know, in the top 10 anyway.
Okay.
Just because. So the best time is 0.62 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. So 3.62, but then you get the 3 seconds off.
Is that with a pint or?
Yeah.
A,
Yeah,
okay.
everything's pints.
They're all pints. Yeah.
We will make exceptions for shotguns.
Mm.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to go all out and then actually shotgun a beer out of a can, I'm all for
We'll
it.
make
you know?
extra exceptions if you shotgun a pint.
Yeah, yeah, extra exceptions too. And then the 10th best time right now is 2.45.
Okay.
So 5.5 essentially. But yeah,
Wow.
yeah, man. But hey, that's just part of the show. You know, just a good way to loosen everybody up, have some fun. So So when you actually wanted to ask you, so when you brewed the red IPA, like what was the motivation behind that? Was it something that, because that's something you just don't really see as much anymore. I feel like kind of went through a bit of a heyday maybe 4 years ago or something. But yeah, why did you pick that out of like anything else to make?
So it was actually started with our head brewer, our old head brewer, and it was a collab with 105 West,
Okay.
which is a brewery a little more south of here.
Yeah, it's Castle Rock.
Yeah,
Rock,
Castle
right?
Rock
Yeah.
area. And so they made that recipe from the first time we made it, and then I kind of just tweaked it a little bit
Sure.
for the one I
You
made,
took
I
the
guess.
105 West part out of it, and you were like, "Hey, this is how I would have."
This is ours, yeah. Well, it's cool because I put some of it in a barrel too, actually.
Okay.
So
Really?
I kind of split it. So I put some of it on draft, and then I filled 2 barrels with it.
Wow. Okay. What kind of
So-
barrels?
They were, I believe, Jim Beam barrels.
All right. So
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going for with that? I mean, because normally, I mean, hop forward beers, you're typically not trying to let you age them for very long.
For
right?
sure. It's
Yeah.
only going to be probably 6 or 8 months. I think I'm going to leave it in
Okay.
for. Yeah.
And then just adding hop additions over time, or are you
Yeah,
gonna-
so I will
okay.
probably dry hop it. I'll put
Yeah.
it back in the fermenter.
'Cause I was
and
gonna say
then-
I don't want these oxidized ass hops.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
This
get all
beer.
gross and resy, and
I spent 6 months to make this beer taste like paper.
yeah, it tastes like I want to dump it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious because yeah, that's something you don't see as often is aging IPAs without general hop additions going along with it. Do you guys barrel age a lot of stuff here?
It's more of like a hobby thing. Well, not hobby, but like I feel like we just don't do it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because how many barrels do you even have at your disposal?
A lot
Well, we got a
more
lot.
now.
Yeah, we got a good amount, but a lot of them are empty right now.
Okay. Sad.
Yeah, just sitting, waiting to be filled.
So sad. I'm sure you could probably rent them out to somebody from Denver looking for a cheap apartment. You know, it's got to be cheaper
yeah.
than the condos that we're living in, and maybe
Oh,
more
for sure.
spacious.
I feel
if
like
we're
you're
gonna be
taking
honest.
shots at Broncos legend Barrel Man right now. Rest in peace, Barrel Man.
Somebody's had to have made a barrel aged beer called Barrel Man, right?
mean,
I would hope so.
Yeah, that guy was a legend.
Yeah, clearly.
That guy lived the dream.
Yeah.
Past tense of the brewery.
In one barrel.
Uh,
Now, I guess I do want to ask as well. What's the aversion to pastry stouts if you have such a pastry master working with you guys?
I feel like I'm still new. Yes.
Oh.
No, man.
I don't-
Come here. Come here, funny girl.
We've been the plug was pulled on us, Corey. It will never work in this town again.
I'll never work in Littleton.
So it's just not. So I guess she's fairly. I mean, she's fairly new here, so maybe you guys don't want to do some of the stuff like whatever. But like, is there a reason you guys like you wouldn't want to do it?
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't have anything against it.
Okay.
Our old head brewer for sure wasn't too big
A
on.
little more of a purist, if you will.
I guess, yeah.
Just because you got a little taste of it.
Yeah, that's how.
But I think it's also
That's
just
how
with
comedy works.
throwing all these things in a beer, like worrying if something's gonna turn on it or
Yeah. Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Just worried about how the final product's actually
Yeah.
going to
if
turn
it's gonna
out.
change in a month or two after.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But so what? I guess what is the? Do you guys have like any? I don't even want to say like yeah. What when you say the identity of this place, like what would you even try to say? You know, like in terms of the vibe you're trying to create, maybe the
Like
beers you're putting out.
outdoorsy.
Yeah. All your
Mhm.
menus
Like-
are like skis and snowboards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
for sure.
As far as the tap list, I feel like there's like one of everything. There's always like a saison, traditional IPA. There's always a New England on. Yeah, something for everyone to come in. Like, if they came in and looked at the Untapped menu, we'd have to be like, oh, I drink those. I'll have one of those. I'll
Okay,
drink
fair
that.
enough.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys are like? We are not gonna make this style because it sucks.
We
Pumpkin?
have.
Pumpkins.
What is gonna
I
happen?
think that's the biggest smile that you've had on your face this entire time. Was like, we do not do pumpkin beers.
That's just always been our saying. we don't want to do pumpkin beers. I know
It's actually on the sign outside. It's part of your.
it's hidden somewhere. Yeah,
It's your motto.
It's under the snow.
Beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's living the dream unless it involves pumpkins. So you've never made one before?
No.
Yeah. But Jamie, you were you alluding to the fact that it might happen?
I have a collab in the works.
So you had to go
it is
outside of
gonna
this
happen.
building.
So there's not going to be. Remember when I was like,
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having a rough day. Very emotional right now.
Pumpkin is a little bit of a cleanup, and we do have a small system, so.
Here, I'll take
That's all.
I'll take
Here,
the
hold on.
child-sized beers.
Yeah.
This baby's had enough.
This baby's.
Just getting loose. I mean, that's essentially what happens to adults when they have beer anyway, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I want to keep kind of talking about the pumpkin beer thing, but what do we have in the tiny glasses?
So this is my second beer.
Oh, cool.
So I guess, backpedaling to the explanation of the no pastries. The plan was to,
Is that what's over there?
no, this guy right here.
Okay.
That one's for you.
Is that? I didn't know. I didn't want to take it from
I'm like-
It's like- especially when you were like, "This is my beer." Like, all right.
Beer from a baby.
You're like, "Yes, this is your second beer on the podcast." You're right.
There is a black tape today.
That's a Kid Rock song, actually. It's very popular.
He's
With a frog. With that.
A frog in Worcester.
Oh, you're cut off.
cut off. Someone's drunk.
Alright, come here.
Oh, bye-bye.
She comes and goes as she
She's
pleases.
like-
She's very
she's
much a
like-
diva.
Totally.
She's gonna sit there again.
I just wanted to get a really good grasp on the traditional beers before I branch out and start doing pastry stuff, because I do have thousands of dessert recipes that I would love to implement into beers, but it's just kind of, I need to get to step one before step two.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Sure.
Yeah, just kind of get the basics down before you start implementing any wacky shit to go into the process, if you will.
Yeah.
So what is the beer actually?
So this
specifically?
is midnight wheat. So it's a black wheat.
Tight. Yeah.
So it's nice and dark like a stout, but it does have the breeze
What do you
of
wanna
midnight
say?
wheat in it.
Uh-huh.
So it's nice and smooth. Really easy drinker.
Yeah, Midnight Wheat's always been an awesome malt variety to use because it does add those roasty chocolate kind of characteristics without making the body too heavy, right?
Right.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people using that, but although I know black IPAs have been coming back a little bit this year in particular, just because it was a memorial to somebody else that, in the scene that wasn't around anymore. But
There's a few breweries that have flagship black IPAs.
Yeah, I
It's-
suppose.
It's,
I
only,
just-
it's super few and far between.
Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of them
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot. But
yeah,
there are
I
a
mean,
few.
because I appreciate something. I almost, depending on the day, I suppose, but I'll have a Schwarzbier over a stout a lot of times if both options are available.
That's also something you don't see too often.
Right,
Shorts.
because nobody knows what the hell it is.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
Yeah.
So it's not going to sell as well because people don't even know how to A, pronounce it, and then B, explaining it. So it's just
sure.
probably not a fast mover for a lot of people. But I do enjoy being able to have all of those stout-ish characteristics without it being as filling. You can drink it a little better.
It's lighter.
Easier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the aversion to pumpkin beer, is it the spice thing? Is it just because it's so white
like
girl?
the-
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, more like that white girl.
It's just so
pumpkin
basic.
latte. Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'm about it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love pumpkin. I really do.
I can't wait for UGG season. It's
For
so
UGG
nice.
season.
Yeah, when I can wear them out in
I-
public and don't get shamed.
I hear they're comfortable, okay? I don't know from experience, but rumor has it Uggs are very comfortable.
Rumor has it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There are some really bad pumpkin beers out there, but that one Upslope made last year, it's like I would absolutely, I can't wait to have that beer again.
Yeah, that was the only one out of the bunch though that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually good. We did one for comics episodes. We rank and review things we don't like. So we had pumpkin beers for an episode, and the Upslope one was pretty good.
it was really good.
Yeah.
Do you
Everything
guys
else.
have the epic one like maybe 4 years ago? Is it Gordian?
No.
We did have one of the epic like nitro pumpkins, I think.
Well, they did like a pumpkin stout, right? Or it was a pumpkin porter. 'Cause you got like 10 bottles. You had like 12 bottles of it. Yeah, too many.
Oh, shit.
Too many pumpkin
I was,
porters.
I was like
Damn.
handing my friends unlabeled fucking pumpkin beers.
Do you have a favorite?
It would be the Upslope one
Oh,
from
nice.
last year for sure. The spices were perfect, and it wasn't just pumpkin flavored.
Yeah.
It was a pumpkin beer, but there were like almost some like nuttier flavors to it too.
Yeah, I mean it's not uncommon for them to add like nutmeg or clove,
Yeah.
things of that nature.
Yeah.
Not a lot of even pumpkin, right? Just going for that pumpkin pie
Right.
kind
sure.
of flavor, if you will.
Yeah.
Any other beer styles that you're just like absolutely fucking not?
Well, not beer, but we've definitely dodged the seltzer train.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We haven't
seltzers,
done
for
one,
sure.
talked about one.
On
not gonna
purpose? You just intentionally just
I
it was
mean, we
something
don't
you
really
guys
have the
didn't
tank
want to do.
space. I mean, I know we kind of talked about doing it for like an hour, but
But yeah, it's not
That kinda-
worth it
yeah.
for us, I feel like.
Yeah, the price of water is skyrocketed.
The price of water, some bubble water. Yeah.
She really has figured out how to like cry on demand. She's not sad at all.
yeah, it's so fake.
It's very,
I'm like, oh my god.
Should
get her into acting.
Get her
for
into acting,
sure.
yeah. I think in this 30 minutes we figured out she has a natural talent. That's right. What beer styles have you guys been wanting to make but you just haven't have it at the time?
Kolsch.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
We're still so all the ideas that we have kind of go through like a chain of yeses and nos and hierarchy, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
We've never done a Kolsch the whole time we've been open, so I'm
Very
hoping.
controversial style, I know.
I'm hoping this summer. Yeah, I'm hoping this summer it'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys do a lot of lagers here?
We have one that we do, but we can't keep it on long enough, it seems
Yeah.
like.
Really?
We'll make it, and it'll be gone within, I don't know, the month or two.
And then you'd have to basically dedicate a tank space just to
Right.
that thing,
For
right?
sure, for 2
Yeah.
months.
Mhm.
Like,
So would that be kind of the motivation behind doing the Kolsch? Because that's you see that route a lot, you know. And it sounds like you guys have actually kind of already taken care of that with your cream ale,
Right.
right? Where it
Yeah.
satisfies that need that somebody's looking for,
Right. Absolutely.
but it doesn't occupy that tank space for as long as a lager would.
Right. Well, so it's probably the I don't know second most requested beer at the bar in the tap room. Where's your
one?
Kolsch? Do you have a
Kolsch?
Kolsch?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But we are transitioning from a 7-barrel to a 15-barrel system.
Cool.
So it's like still have some tiny tanks. Now we're getting like bigger tanks. So it's still
That's
it's
cool
just,
though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
recent.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. Is there any particular reason you guys haven't done a Kolsch yet?
no, I just don't
No,
think
it just
it's
hasn't
come up yet, really.
Yeah.
And then Jamie brought it up, so. it's
Yeah,
just-
but having that extra tank space will probably just be really helpful for you can do the stuff that sells faster or more volume, put
For
the big
sure.
stuff, and then gives you guys room to experiment in the smaller ones.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's just keeping up right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Keeping up in cans,
That's a good
tap
problem.
room.
Good problem to have.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you just start canning this past year because of taproom closures or stuff? How long have you been
no,
canning?
I mean, our own canning, we've had this since June.
And that's from
but-
Scott. Like Scott Brewing makes those now.
No, that is
That's
just the
the
decal.
for the
Okay.
cans.
Yeah.
The canning line's Alpha.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alpha out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay.
But before that, we had
Wait,
mobile
what?
canners come with.
The logo though, the Scoff app.
Yeah.
Right.
What's that there for? I don't understand. I guess I don't understand what.
It's
What?
just for
No,
the
like
unit.
that thing right there. That's from Ska Fab. It's like their
Machine
like side
shop, yeah.
gig thing
Gotcha.
for Ska.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
So-
before that it was mobile canners
Yeah.
that we would have.
And then you guys just decided to take the plunge, which is a big investment to
Yeah,
make.
it's a huge investment.
For
to
sure.
put your own canning line in.
Yeah, and like I don't know, we were mobile canning for 3 years, I think,
Yeah.
almost 4 probably.
It looks like a pretty good system though.
It is nice. It's pretty enclosed.
Yeah.
Floors still get wet, but not like crazy.
Sure. Yeah, but you guys have a good amount of space back here, right? Especially, it seems like you're gonna have a little flexibility to add those extra tanks without having to compromise too much space. And I could be wrong about that. I haven't got.
Yeah, I
walked through
feel
the
like in
blueprint.
general we just need more space, but that's just me. Like,
Yeah, you just want to make more beer.
Yeah, exactly. Like that way we can get that production up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. With the mocha cream, is it coffee beans? Is it cold brew? What do you guys
Chalaka coffee. So it's like a concentrated
do? Okay.
coffee. I can't remember if it's a local company, but we started using them within the year or so.
Okay.
And yeah, it's pretty
Nice, it
solid
just
flavor
works
that
out
we
for
can
you.
get out. Yeah.
Do you add coffee to a good amount of beers over the course of a year, or is it predominantly just the one?
Just 2.
Hell of a
Mhm.
for sure. Yeah, and then
What kind of beer is that?
that's a stout.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys use for employees too for coffee? Is the chocolate?
just
yeah,
pour it
'cause
in
it
the.
goes to like 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good amount for a couple days.
Just stab a hole in the bottom of it and
Yeah.
let everybody go at
Totally.
it. Like, all right, it's time for your fill.
Put a picture under it and get, yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you wanna? I kind of want to get to some bad reviews.
Yeah, I
think-
mean the beers have been good.
Yeah, all the beers are very, very good. Everything you guys have done is top notch.
Thanks.
Yeah. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, so you said that was your second brew,
Correct.
the one with midnight wheat. What are you planning for your next one?
I have a saison that's coming out.
Whoa, that's dangerous territory.
Yes, but it's like crazy saison too.
This
Wonder how
saison's crazy.
Yeah.
It is pretty
That's the name of it,
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of a kitchen sink, like Colorado kitchen sink, I guess. We're really hoping to get our hands on dandelions. We already have a local honey purveyor.
Sounds like you could recruit Zelda for that.
Yeah. pluck.
Come
So
make
hopefully
mommy some
that's
money.
hopefully that's happening around May.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Little springtime release.
Yeah.
Yeah, ish, right?
Yeah, ish,
Seems
yeah.
to make sense with dandelions in there and honey.
Yeah, I mean
It's
they're everywhere.
very springtime.
so
You
you
know?
should use them. Yeah.
If you want some
Motif.
dandelions, please come to my house over the
Okay.
summer.
Yeah.
I
Thank
don't
you.
want them there, but they're everywhere. So
Very prevalent. Yeah.
you can get some.
Have you brewed anything with saison yeast before?
Just what we've had on deck here. So
Okay.
kind of just going through that core menu.
What are you doing?
Sure. I just know
Wanna
it's
bring
kind
that
of it's a
over?
tricky strain to work with,
Right.
so yeah, I'm always curious to see how they turn out.
Oh yeah, that's good beer.
Yeah, that's really tasty.
Great. Good podcast noises too.
You're welcome.
Oh shit.
There's a wild
It's-
animal strutting
This is
around.
interesting too because Jamie and I have known each other for a long time. But I
Forever.
haven't seen you
And forever.
in like 10 years, maybe.
in what
Maybe
co-
not that long.
In what capacity?
I used to work at a really cool shop in the mall
Oh yeah, I can see that.
that all the cool kids loved
Yeah.
called Zoomies.
Yep.
Oh, Zoomies.
Yeah.
I used to go hang out in there and not buy anything for hours.
Yeah, everybody did.
Just looking at everything.
I don't
like,
know how you got away with it all. The
"Let's
aggressive
fucking-"
salesmanship.
They were like, check out this fucking couch in the back and come hang out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, we would watch
Don't
skate
get
videos,
tetanus.
sit on a dirty
Yeah,
couch.
it was
Yeah.
gross.
Great.
It was a real
Yeah.
gross. I'm sure. I know a lot of things that happened with that couch. Those couches are.
Yeah.
It's not okay. So
As a dirty couch should be. Some nasty stuff should happen on an old dirty couch.
think about a mall couch, though, dude.
Even dirtier.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
dirtiest of couches.
all those
Yeah.
people
Raunchy.
on there.
It's
Yeah.
just Chinese
Yeah.
food in between everything, some
Oh,
change,
it's,
maybe some drugs.
Yeah.
Maybe some fries.
Yeah,
McDonald's.
absolutely.
Human fluids.
Yeah. For me, when I was growing up, it was Zoomies, PacSun, and Hot Topic. Those were the three places
Yeah.
that I basically shopped.
I don't think that changed.
Oh,
maybe, I don't know.
Teddy coming in with the fucking fire.
Yeah, about
Oh.
time. Jesus.
I said a bad word. I'm sorry, Zelda.
Yeah. No, I still have the same motif that I had when I was 13, basically.
Zelda's pouting, and I don't know if it's
oh
because
my.
she's not getting attention or because I said.
I still have 3 pairs of Jinko
It's not
jeans.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was before your time.
probably.
Do you know what Jinko jeans are?
No.
Oh my God!
Do you
Come
have,
on.
Do you have a pair of Jinko jeans? Did you ever?
Oh yeah, of course. How did you not?
Whoa, I never did.
Really?
No.
You seem like you would.
No.
Yeah,
man.
they were. I mean, they were definitely a thing. Like,
I-
especially for my for the group of friends that I had, and my brother had Jinko jeans. It was a whole. Did you ever have any Jinkos?
I did have Jingo jeans.
Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
What do you mean? You're 13 years old. You're wearing huge
It's 'cause-
jeans.
Tripping
Like, they were
over
just
yourself
baggy?
all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Baggy?
They
That
were
was
like, dude, they
part
were
of
like
it.
And the big
uber
pocket.
big.
Yeah.
They were the biggest. They're the
Huge pocket,
baggiest.
like
Yeah.
unnecessary side
You know when
pockets.
like people will wear like
And the
football
little homie
jerseys and they're
emblem.
like 4 sizes too big and they go down to their knees.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine that, but for pants, where they literally like enfold around the shoe like a quesadilla. The
Yeah.
tortilla surrounds.
It's like a
the
parachute
cheese.
pant,
Like
like if MC Hammer
clowns
lived in
or-
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, hold on. I gotta pull one up just so you know.
they were real bad. No, I never had Jeankos. I wanted to
Jeankos.
walk.
I suppose that didn't
wanted to
matter,
walk.
dude.
Oh, dude.
When sometimes when it comes to
If
fashion,
you're not,
it's not practical.
if you're not tripping over Jeankos, you're not wearing Jeankos right. That's how I feel.
Oh no,
about
mine
it.
were shredded. They're shredded at the bottom. You step over them all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so something like they're $300.
Right now,
300?
Yeah, on somebody.
Are they used?
I'm sure it's on some Etsy or something
Abercrombie,
along
dude.
those lines. Oh, it's a Google Ad
Abercrombie
service.
strikes again.
Dude, Jinko Los Angeles, $300 for a pair of Jinko jeans.
Jesus.
Who's laughing now, Steve? I could be rich.
Yeah, Seth Rogen wore a pair
Filthy
on the
rich
strip
right now.
one time, and now everybody's got to have them again.
I'm trying to pull up a picture for because you were. I mean, I apologize if I'm assuming incorrectly, but you seem like you were into like punk metal, like metalish skate culture
Yeah,
kind of stuff,
yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this was all the rage. You know?
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
like, Jinko wasn't really
I,
like.
I've
Yes.
seen those before.
I feel like
yeah.
it was like before.
Yeah.
Like, Jinko was like when I was like
I
in
think I
middle
saw
school.
those in Chicago a lot.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like middle
Yeah.
school, junior high.
Yeah.
Kind of time period.
You try to like sneak them in when you're
well,
like shopping at JCPenney's with your mom. You're like,
yeah,
I need
totally.
these.
Yeah, of course. She's like, that doesn't even seem right. Why would you want those? Basically, Steve is what just happened. My mom and Steve have the same idea about Jinko jeans.
dude, as I'm looking at pictures of Jinko jeans, look at these pictures of Nicolas Cage.
I saw that too. There's a picture.
They're
of
like they're
Nicolas
Nicolas Cage's face,
Uh,
but they're from Wish.com,
Oh,
which
what the
means like
so they're not even gonna look like
they're
that.
not
when
even
you
gonna
get
look like
'em.
Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage at all. They're gonna look like Dax Shepard pants. That's a comedy special right there.
Yeah,
Dax
I think
Shepard
so.
jeans. Oh.
So are you like a metalhead? Are you guys like what kind of music are you guys into?
I think it's like all over the place. We have
Yeah.
like our moods.
Yeah.
Definitely not country. That's
No,
the
no
only
country
thing
here.
that I will
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah. I think I get that
playing.
vibe.
My
from-
favorite country song is "No Pumpkin Beers."
No.
Wow.
That's not American.
Riding on a tractor, drinking beer that tastes like beer. There's no pumpkin in it at all. And he's a pumpkin farmer, which is ironic. So,
Oh, sad.
yeah, I just can't,
He's a pumpkin.
can't even use it. So yeah, I mean, so when on brew day, it's all over the place.
No. All right, so I'd say canning days are gangster rap, angry metal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
then
probably accurate.
Brew days always start with like surfer reggae, and if it's a good brew day, it's like that until we leave.
Sure.
Unless it's
Um,
second shift, then
yes,
I'll
then it's who knows the wild card on the playlist.
metal, gangster
Yeah.
rap for sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Real Zoomies vibes here.
Zoomies.
All the snowboards on the
Hot
wall.
Topic
Some
and-
There
gangster
actually,
rap.
there actually is an old dirty couch in the back.
There's one up front actually.
I'm gonna buy a skateboard deck before we get out of here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what metal bands are you guys into? I'm a big like every time I die, I've been listening to After the Burial a lot recently. I don't know if you guys are into any of that stuff.
I feel like
I'm not,
usually
like,
the boys that
super
throw that on, yeah.
Heavy metal, like it's more like hard rock, I guess. But
Like Nickelback.
Disturbed.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
Actually,
Bring Me
there's-
the Horizon. I guess
You-
that's more
Uh,
metal.
Bring Me the Horizon's pretty metal. At least I haven't listened to them in a long. Their old shit was absolutely pretty metal.
Well, and that's what I like to listen to is the old shit.
Yeah, yeah. Because of Zoomies, one time I met M Shadows, the singer of Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, really?
Did you go to 100K?
Yeah.
How many times?
5? Yeah, I spent too much time there in high school. Yeah. Corey's doing blow over here.
So wait a minute. I guess we sidetracked pretty quick. So you guys know each other from Zoomies,
Oh, yeah.
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 but you worked together at Zoomies.
No.
No.
I worked
You were
with
just
their
a
friend.
regular.
I feel like we always worked like. I feel like at one point. didn't
I
we
remember
work
you were in there a lot because I worked with Chris.
Yeah.
So
I worked at like 4 different locations.
yeah.
Yeah.
A real
It was-
headhunter. They're like, we need the Top Gun to come in and sell in Stapleton today.
Yeah.
I mean, Zoomies was wild, man. It was. Every year they would throw a party for their employees that sold $100,000 of the merch.
Right.
In
Yeah.
Keystone.
Jeez.
And
And
that's where I met M Shadows. He was like the nicest dude ever.
Yeah.
Like I seriously like he was so.
Tell us more about these 100K parties. Was there were drugs involved?
Drugs.
So many. Oh, we
alcohol,
weren't supposed to drink.
Open.
What?
If you were underage, you would get sent home.
Yeah.
So it was
but-
like a mission to like get everyone
Yeah,
underage
but like
to
they would
drink.
let me drive up there, and I would just literally drive store managers down to Silverthorne to pick up 30 packs, and they'd get like 6 30 packs and give me one of them, and
Yeah.
I'm like, great, this rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Uh,
Living like a king. Living the dream.
Yes, you're not supposed to drink.
Yeah.
Everybody was drunk.
Yeah.
So many and they just invite all these famous snowboarders,
Yeah.
skiers, skateboarders.
I have a picture with Ryan Sheckler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shacky. Nice.
Sean White, I have a picture
Yeah, I have a picture
with.
of Sean White too.
Big Black, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Have you got, all right, so
Yeah, I have a deer deck.
Oh, with Big
Picture
Black
too.
too.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. No, I.
Were you there
I knew that.
the year that the dad from the Brady Bunch
Spoiler
was
alert.
there?
No.
Yeah, they had a 70s theme one where they brought Eric Estrada from Chips and
No.
the dad from the Brady Bunch for some reason. Lil Jon.
All right, so were there any celebrity stories of note? Anything ridiculous that happened?
Wee Man I saw Wee Man one time literally walking up to like he could not get away with this these days, right? But he would walk up to literally everyone in the room and slap them on the ass, just like hard. And they would turn around and all offended. Their faces would be so offended. And they turn around and they'd see Wee Man there, and they would just laugh. They would just start laughing, and it's like, wow, he really got away with a
I
lot.
mean, it's true. Celebrities can get away with a lot,
Yeah.
and especially
I mean, they were
if you're
paid to
short,
be
too.
there to party with us, which
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
weird to think back on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
awesome though.
Yeah, what a
To-
great gig.
Yeah,
All
for
you gotta do
real.
is just
Shit.
show up
Yeah.
and get hammered.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
will pay to see
All I had
me.
to do is work at Zoomies. That's what happened.
They still do it too.
Isn't it like there's like 200K now? Did they like bump it up?
I don't know. It's
Isn't
still
it-
a
I feel
hundred.
That's
like it's, like, too
corporate
easy.
culture, man.
I got the
But
wrong
that
job
was-
in high school.
That was the
Yeah, right.
rumor.
I worked at an ice cream
That was
stand.
always the rumor.
Okay,
that they were
King's
going to bump it up,
Keepers.
and they still haven't bumped it
Oh.
up years later.
Yeah.
But they still pay their employees $7.18 an hour. So
For sure.
you know,
But they got the party, you know.
yeah. I mean,
And
they
like
got
store discount,
yeah.
which pays for itself.
If
So good.
if you're
It's
trying
that
to
good?
wear a bunch of all over print clothes, then yeah, sure thing.
Yeah, if you want to have a whole wardrobe of Bape, when that was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Some people do.
I was wearing there mostly when Famous
Yeah.
Stars and Straps was a big thing.
That sucks.
Yeah, it
That's
sure
a
did.
terrible clothing
Yeah.
brand. It's almost
Yeah.
as bad as Jinko jeans.
Shout out to our sponsor, Jean Code Jeans.
Well, apparently they're making a lot of money that we don't know about. So, because that is going to be, I mean, that happens with every fashion item, right? Like everything kind of comes around full circle. You're going to see Jinko jeans pop
Oh
again.
yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, did you ever have any like dumb apparel, like trends or fads that you went through?
Not that I can remember, at least. Yeah.
Mostly just Abercrombie and Fitch or a pastel kind of guy.
I could totally see you as an Abercrombie dude.
That's funny.
You should see all the holes in his jeans right now.
I mean, jean shorts, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you were a
yeah.
jean short guy,
Whoa,
but jean
what
shorts
kind
down to
of,
the knee.
but-
There's
Jean
nothing
shorts
wrong with
to the
jean
knee.
shorts.
To the knee, yeah.
There's something wrong with jean shorts if they go past the knee.
Nowadays, yeah. I don't know.
No, that's a forever.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
forever.
I don't think it's wrong if they go past the knee if they're tight. Like if they're baggy and they go past the knee.
They're capris
gross.
now.
Yeah, they're capris. Jean capris. I'm a
Jean
fan of.
capris.
Cool. I'm into that.
I'll roll up the bottoms and look like Huck Finn on some summer days. You know, just
Racism
Summer
and all.
I'm just getting into character. You know, that's really all it comes down to.
Shit. Yeah, so
Baggy pants, I guess, too. I don't know.
Yeah, baggy pants were a thing. Baggy shorts, but also like kids
Layers,
these
too.
days.
Like
Oh, the pop collar layers.
shorts, sweats, jeans, like 3 layers.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. I grew up in Chicago, but that's how
What
that's
part
how
of
it
Chicago?
was. Northwest suburbs, like
Okay.
Glen Ellen, Lombard area.
Okay, cool.
I had a house in Lombard.
I almost
I
got
love
robbed in
Chicago.
Chicago. That's fun.
For what?
I was just
walking around,
walking,
waving money
and I
around
walked,
in
and I
people's
walked.
faces.
No,
Walking.
It was later at night, and I was riding my bike, and there was a bridge that I came up to, and there was this really awesome view of the city from the bridge. So I stopped, just kind of like look at it, and I saw out of the corner of my eye some dude just starting to walk towards me, and I noticed it was a little shady, kind of, just
Yeah.
based on the look of it. So I just started to kind of try to
white?
walk past him. He was, and he was actually, yeah.
Good.
The twist of the story. Thanks, Steve.
in Chicago?
Yeah, so I've often fondly referred to this as baby's first mugging because I tried to walk past him and he was like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Hey, man." And then I tried to walk past him and he started he basically boxed out the little sidewalk on the bridge and he just kind of like darted around a little bit. And I looked at him and I just go, "I'm going to go." And he said, "Okay." And then so I basically just walked the other way and jumped on my bike as fast as I could. In my mind, I'm like, oh, this was like his first mugging. This was the first attempt.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
hadn't lost all hope yet, and he hadn't done this before. So he just didn't have the confidence to actually rob somebody.
Okay.
Have you seen the videos of like dudes pulling guns on like bankers and gas station clerks, and they just like fumble the gun? they pull the gun out of the pocket so confidently and accidentally like let go, and it just falls over to the other side of the counter.
I'm sure so many of those guys are just limp wrists. You could just like slap it out of their hand.
Like
It's
shaking
great every time.
and-
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I love
Yeah.
it so much. It's
Have you
so
guys almost
great.
been? Have you guys ever been like robbed or anything like that?
No.
Just fights, not
You're a
mugging.
fighter,
One time a
I mean,
referee called
dude.
me.
I could see you being like a killer. Like you're just very soft spoken, and if you catch you on the wrong day, you're just gonna snap somebody's arm. Is there any
I
truth
could
to
see that. Yeah.
I
For
could see
sure.
that. I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Middle school was
Oh, okay. So not anytime recent.
no, but I don't know.
Again, he's only 23, so
Yeah.
it
that's
could have
fair.
been.
It was 5
recently.
years ago, yeah.
Not
As
super
opposed to, as opposed to fair enough.
Yes.
All right,
Well,
dude. You want to get into some bad
yeah,
reviews?
let's talk some shit.
Love it. So this is one of our favorite segments of the show. We work with breweries that, hey man, the beers are awesome. It's a cool vibe, but there's still some shitty people out there that write bad reviews because they're entitled as fuck. So this is
For
very
sure.
a la Jimmy Kimmel's Mean Tweets. We find these on Google, Yelp, Untapped, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Steve, you got anything teed up?
Yeah, so we'll start off. There's a few I want. Jamie's taking care of Zelda right now. There's a few I want Jamie around for.
Okay.
And so you both have been here a couple years. So some of these are from before you. So not your fault, not your problem. But they're
Still good to know.
They're
I guess.
still online.
No, it's
so-
not. Who gives a shit?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Well,
Just
you're
to,
just gonna do you, right? You're not necessarily beholden to, because you guys already have a lot of regulars here that'll tell you what's what. You don't need to really
Yeah.
access Untapped or anything.
Although I will
For
say
sure.
a lot of the things that a lot
Oh,
of
Pringles, nice.
a lot of the
Oh.
reviews had responses no, matter
Auntie's
what.
here though.
Auntie's here.
Yeah.
A lot of the reviews do have responses, so somebody here is responding to most of these reviews.
Somebody
both
here cares too much.
Google and Yelp.
Yeah,
has nothing better to do.
yeah.
It's his dad.
Yeah.
We'll start with this one then. Now that Jamie's back, Brian Edwards, 2 years ago, 1 star, pretentious AF,
I've
no
gotten that vibe
brown
from you
ale
guys.
on tap.
Ah,
Oh, we talked about this.
so pretentious.
Didn't mind that they don't make a brown ale. Didn't need the brew boy cleaning the tanks, adding a snide remark on how browns are basic and quote unquote beginner beer.
I wonder who that
That's
was.
steady.
So we think we know who that is.
The
Just in
comment
the
wasn't.
beginning.
He's not wrong. Dude's not wrong.
guy-
I'm siding with Brew Boy here. He's not wrong. Browns are basic as fuck.
The comment wasn't made to educate or add substance. It was meant to be demeaning. Heaters didn't work either.
Side note.
So
Didn't have the beer that doesn't sell that I wanted. That's probably why
Yeah.
they don't make it. And the heater was broken, so he was just outside alone drinking anything but a brown ale in a cold
I don't know
space.
anywhere in Denver making a brown ale. Right
I mean,
now.
they're around, but I mean they're notoriously not your best seller unless your clientele's over 70.
Unless,
Agreed.
sounds
Or it's
about
like a
right.
brown with like some spin on it. It's never just a traditional.
I mean,
Yeah.
anybody that thinks that not having a brown ale is pretentious as fuck. And this is the least pretentious place. Like, this is not a... I've seen pretentious breweries. This is not that. For them to be like, pretentious. It's like, oh, boy.
So
You
now's
really love
your guys'
brown ales.
time. Give us a stance on brown ales.
And they happen here and there. Our last brown was a coconut
Was not.
brown, though.
It was not
and
good.
It was,
It was not
Yeah.
good.
No. It turned.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just like started tasting like suntan lotion or what?
Something like that.
'Cause I love suntan lotion. I'll drink that.
You'll drink that
All day, yeah. As long as
we
it's
should have
above
saved it
SPF
for
50,
you. We could
I'm
have saved
down.
the keg.
Yeah, please. If you have any of that floating around, I'll drink it. It can only be better now. I'll actually pour it on my skin on a sunny day and see if that actually helps.
Yeah, I don't remember a brown before that.
Honestly, that's the only one that I can think of. But
I guess they're just not on our radar, yeah.
I don't know. I would defend Brew Boy, which I like. I'm going to use that from now on.
Brew boy.
Brew
Hey,
boy.
brew boy.
What up, Brew Boy? And just be like, yeah, man, maybe you should expand your horizons a little bit. And since you don't live in the countryside in England anymore, these aren't around a lot. So you just get mad at
My
everybody.
grandfather was from Newcastle. My great-grandfather was from Newcastle. And God damn it, if I'm not going to die on a hill in Newcastle.
And they all died from drinking too much. Newcastle. That's it. All right. This one's not a bad review. I just liked the phrasing of how they enjoyed this beer. This was from Thomas M. on Untapped. It's barrel-aged Dumiel Reserve. Do you remember this one?
I think I've heard of it.
It's a Belgian strong, golden, and he said it's 4.5 stars, and he said, "Sweet Jesus."
Sweet Jesus.
This bar, which is also the name of an all-gay Christian boy band. Sweet Jesus. All right. Anyway, this beer is a 5-star on smell alone. Nice. Didn't even have to finish it.
Damn.
I could huff this all night long.
Like that was the.
So there's just a guy at the end of the bar just sniffing this thing like fucking glue. Just keeps pouring it into a paper bag and just holding it up to his
Just
face.
huffing it.
Doesn't even drink it. He said, "Oh, and it tastes great too."
Damn.
So awesome.
Oh, fuck.
Not a bad one.
No.
No, that's hilarious.
I don't know. How would you guys feel about seeing somebody at the bar and they're just like getting a good huff on?
I mean, if it was that I'd be so giddy.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, man."
I'd be like, yeah, it does smell good.
That was me.
Be kind of weirded out at first, for sure, but I don't know.
Yeah, anytime, any new experience, it's a little nerve wracking. He's got to commit.
Yeah.
He's got to be like, yeah, you know what? I want to huff this beer.
I want to
too."
smell it. Yeah, Give
Yeah,
me a
I'm
whiff of
easily
that.
susceptible to influence. I kind of want to do that too.
Shit.
I got to admit, finding reviews for you guys, negative reviews, was a little bit hard at first
Sorry.
until I went down the
Sorry.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And boy, are there so. This one is not
You
even.
should check the QAnon board. There's a ton. Oh, actually, by the way, what are there other beers over there that you guys
That's
wanted
just
to
powder,
sample?
right?
Oh yeah, it was just the one that I chugged. So it's same the
Oh,
powder
same
that
beer,
you were
okay.
drinking. So
I mean,
I
have
didn't
it,
try
but-
it yet.
There
I
we
just
go.
tried this style. of
Which
it.
is the cream ale with vanilla, right? Tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have more
That
of this
smells
all
great.
day.
Yeah.
I did find this, and we'll post this one. It's not even. It's 2 stars, and it looks like maybe Zelda wrote it in the car when she was like 2 years old.
It looks like.
It's a bunch of It's clearly all typos, but you
like
got
a-
2 stars.
Yeah, this person was hammered.
Yeah. But I
You should
didn't.
show it to them.
Yeah. That's a 2-star review for you. So we'll post that one on our Instagram. It's
Somebody was so mad at you guys, they actually punched their keyboard instead of
yeah.
After
It's,
their
Instead of
4th
using their
beer or
fingers, yeah.
something. Jeez, the top one. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
it doesn't-
even
it-
understand.
or it's some kind of
It's
code,
gibberish,
or it's some
yeah.
kind of code that we're not privy to.
2 stars.
Passive aggressive, right?
Yeah, very much so.
So
Say what you mean.
normally I only read a couple reviews, but you brought up the debate of dogs and kids in breweries, right?
Or were you gonna read the gibberish one?
I literally can't.
There's words in there.
There are words. The back end of it says, "You are the best you can do on my end."
You are the best you can
There are
do.
words.
That's funny.
So here's a
cookies.
couple anti-dog posts.
Okay.
Essentially, beer's good, but people stop bringing your barking dogs. It's not a it's a bar, not a dog kennel. Been there 3 times and will not go back due to too many dogs with inconsiderate owners. Dogs won't be sad. They have to stay home. Trust me.
Valid point, but also not warranted to give you guys the bad review for
Right.
other people's dogs.
I mean, I almost feel like I could have written that.
Yeah, that was
So-
you, actually.
I mean, no, not me.
Yeah, I mean, the dog thing, it's very much, if the dogs are well behaved, that's great. But, man, this is Denver, and I'd say 90% of them are not.
No, I can say the same. Like, some are even just super scared to be here, where they're like super stressed out and like, how are you enjoying having a beer when your dog is freaking out?
Also, there's an orgy happening right next to me. There's 5 dogs just going to town on each other. I'm jealous more than anything.
I'm
1
jealous.
star.
Speaking of 1 star,
This Schnauzer's getting more action than I have in months.
on the same side as Torin Medina, she says 1 star.
You can't trust anybody named Torin.
So somebody that used to shop. Oh, never mind. At Hot Topic, but not. Never. That was dumb, and it bombed.
Yep.
Torin said 1 star. Extremely rude staff. Used to be good. Terrible now. Your dog is not welcome, and you will get kicked out if they bark.
Your dog is not welcome. Oh,
Wow, a real roller coaster of emotions here. There's too many dogs to they're not welcome. But it sounds like that dog wasn't welcome and they got kicked out.
Shit.
Will you guys do that? Well, like if somebody's dog is just being a shithead, will you just be like, hey, they can't be here?
We do have
Maybe
it's
after a
like a
while.
policy where it's like
Pa.
we kind
let's
of
see.
push
Yeah.
them into the second tap room,
Yeah,
and then if someone's like, I don't want to take my
separate
dog.
but equal. Yes.
Yeah, then
Then I don't want to.
it escalated. Okay, it was me.
So there's 2 no dog posts. So other side of the argument is Julie C, 2 stars, says perhaps it was bring your toddler and PJs night, but I don't think a bar is a place for 10 to 15 toddlers running around while parents drink beer on a Sunday night. Was it a birthday party? Even more disturbing. I don't even remember if the beer was good.
I don't even remember.
He was
Because I
so
wanted to
angry.
leave. And no, I love kids. Have raised 5.
Sounds like it.
But a bar is no place for a play date.
Cool, mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had balloons and streamers and hats, so they seemed like they were having a great time.
It seemed like it.
And Chuck E. Cheese is kind of a bummer, so why wouldn't you want to just go to a
Yeah.
brewery? Yeah.
They don't have beer there anyway.
Justine I agrees with 1 star. She says, used to love coming here. Last few times was very disappointing. Bar had a fair amount of people. But
Don't
there-
bring your kids because they'll kick you out.
If your kid barks, they're gone. But there were only 2 bartenders last night. One was filling cans of beer. The other never came to us. Waited 10 minutes at the bar and left. There were kids running around the inside of the bar barefoot and yelling and had to go pee to their parents, and they were nowhere to be found. And no, I'm not making this up. It was like a nightmare McDonald's play area with the minions wearing a loudspeaker hat. At least if I'm at McDonald's, I know what to expect. Kids running around yelling. If I'm at a bar, I expect to be able to enjoy my beer without kids running around tables screaming. I'd hope you're going to allow kids. If you're
This
going
is a
to allow
long
kids,
one. They're mad.
Yeah.
you would
Yeah.
set some expectations. If the expectation is kids are going to run the show, great. We just won't come back.
She yelled this exact same thing to her husband the whole way home.
The whole way home, leaving here. Yeah.
And he was like, maybe you should use this phrase instead of that phrase.
That's a long one.
Oh, dude, there's no
Jeez.
way he's her copy editor. She just speaks from the heart. Absolutely.
That took some work.
This one is, it's an oldie. It's from 2016, but it's from Matthew K. It's for the smoked porter. Do you guys do any smoked beers now?
No. no
Well, the Scottish ale. That was the last one, probably.
Occasionally, then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a smoked porter that you guys did. And these ones are always so funny to me because I just don't understand the mentality of somebody that orders a smoked beer because this then has negative things to say about it.
Like that it's smoky.
Regarding the smoke.
Yeah.
And this phrasing comes up a lot. It's so redundant, but hey, whatever. 1 star. If you like licking ashtrays, this is the beer. for you. And I always have to pose the question,
God.
who hurt you in the past that they made you lick an ashtray? that you
That you
know what
know,
this tastes
yeah.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just pack this beer full of Virginia Slims. I'm a happy clam.
I
You
feel
know,
like
I want
Virginia
It's a
Slims.
frat boy haze, right? Lick this fucking ashtray.
Yeah.
You want to be one of us?
Sounds like
You want a beer or what?
Yeah, sounds like you brew boyed out too hard. Got
Hey,
hammered
brew boy.
and licked an ashtray.
Oh god.
Hey.
So you guys probably aren't going for an ashtray kind of flavor in your beer.
I hope not.
I would think not.
Yeah.
But I mean, what? So do you guys with smoked beers? Do you guys? I know it's not an incredibly popular style anyway. Is that typically the aversion to making them, or is it just what you guys want to do, or not? I suppose.
I mean, the most recent time was the Scotch Ale, right? That you
Yeah,
did.
that was the only one that I've made, I guess. But I don't know. Just special preference, I guess, on that kind of stuff.
Sure. What would you guys say to somebody that gave you a bad review for drinking a smoked beer when they don't like smoked beers?
Same as anyone that drinks.
Do you know what you
a-
ordered?
Yeah. I mean, people like order stuff that they don't like all the time, and they'll even say in the reviews, I don't like this type of beer, and they'll leave a crap review. Like,
Yeah.
like you're like a serial like bad reviewer for the same beer over and over
That's
again.
what it is like to do.
Yeah.
Is want to feel the importance of putting it on a site and then
Yeah.
getting, I don't know,
Absolutely.
just being heard, I guess.
Yeah.
What always cracks me up with the Untapped stuff is when somebody leaves a shit review, like that one, and then they get a badge for it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Community badge.
Yeah, because at that rate, you're just stacking up bad reviews.
Right.
What do you care? So you guys, I know you have some people that respond to the Google ones, it sounds like. But do you guys ever check the Untapped ones to see what people are saying, or?
I'm not on Untapped anymore, but I know you are.
I don't look at ours too
Yeah.
often.
I'll religiously check it if I have a new beer on,
Oh yeah.
and just wait for it to get a rating.
Uh-huh.
Midnight
that-
Wheat's doing pretty good, by the way.
You're not insecure at all.
I only check it twice a week.
Yeah.
But past that, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason looks at it
Yeah.
here and there.
I've
for
never
sure.
I've never actually used it. I've never rated a beer on Untapped. I basically just have it on my phone to do this segment of
Right.
the show is really it. It's just, I don't know. I don't care enough, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it's a big app to manage too. Like people that like take pictures, write a little like whip about it, and then like it's kind of like a hobby managing Untapped.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
a dumb hobby.
Oh,
Yeah. I play Pokemon Go, and I don't have to upset anybody, and it still feels stupid.
Pokemon Go.
I said the 23-year-old's like, look at this old guy. Playing
Well,
Pokemon Go.
Did you have any more?
I have one more. I've saved this one for the very last because I really respect this one. Corey, you might want to hear this one real quick. Jeremy Bluth says, 1 star. Don't leave your ID here. Employees will drop mustaches on.
Ah, that's great.
Employees.
That's good.
Mustaches on.
What was the rating?
1 star.
1 star?
1 star.
Come on, how do you not just like roll with the punches on that one? That's pretty great.
Yeah,
That's the best you can do.
absolutely.
You know, like when your buddy passes out on the couch, like blackout or whatever, and you Sharpie all over their face.
Yeah.
This is kind of the softest equivalent to that.
Oh god, on your ID.
Yeah, I mean, it'll come off. You know, even Sharp, you can get that off. That's hilarious. Even if
Yeah.
it's a Hitler stash, I'd be like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's
You
a
got
little
me.
little smush.
I guess I shouldn't have gotten fucked up and left my ID there. Lesson learned.
Probably sounds like they're super insecure about their mustache game more than anything.
Yeah.
Must be.
So the crazy thing too about that is we only take IDs if people play cornhole. Like we don't hold IDs for like tabs or anything.
Oh,
so
sure.
that
Yeah.
dude was playing cornhole.
Probably
So
in
he
the
deserves it.
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he's got like a uniform he shows up in. He's like, it's
His
Saturday.
own bags.
I got my cornhole set ready to go. You can see my ID just to have it. Come on.
Does anybody want to take claim for the mustache?
How long ago was that?
2 years? So it could be.
I never worked in the bar, so
Kind of. Well, I applaud their artistic endeavors.
Was it a curly mustache?
That should
It
happen.
doesn't say.
Yeah, see?
It could have been any kind of mustache. It could have been a handlebar.
Yeah.
I applaud that. I
yeah,
think that's great.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I really do.
I wish more people would do that.
Yeah.
That would be
I
pretty
leave my
great.
ID and my debit card places all the goddamn time.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that's a great move. And,
think so, too.
And I think Jeremy, 1-star review, and I didn't screenshot the whole reply, but it says, "Hi, Jeremy. We're sorry to hear about your experience at Living the Dream Brewing. We believe that our staff has the maturity and respect of our patrons not to deface personal property. That being said, we want to make this right for you," and then there's more. But also,
Should have been that being said, pretty good burn.
that being said, fucking nailed it. Yeah. Stupid move, Jeremy. That's on
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, before we get out of here, is there anything you guys want to plug? Like new beers coming up, any events? Just kind of tell people about what you guys have going on operation-wise with the space.
Yeah, there's one thing. Back in October, we started doing beer releases and pairing it with food trucks.
Okay.
Kind of like a COVID-inspired thing, since we can't do traditional beer dinners. They kind of do a pop-up and a special menu. We've been doing that every month since October. Kind of took a break, but we'll probably get back into it for May, possibly with the Saison.
Sick.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
Great timing for your saison.
I know.
Yeah,
I also manage the food truck, so I'm like, I need this.
It's
and this.
desserts.
All the time.
Desserts only.
Dude, I should have been wearing these headphones the whole time.
'Cause they're sick, right?
The troll headphones. Sound quality's got to be off the charts. It's gotta be great.
Not have to block out all the swear words that we had.
Yeah, everything gets filtered and just gets cleaned up while you're saying it. Yeah, it's great for the show.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Anything? If you want to plug, if we got to plug anything, it would just be check out our website or the social medias, rotatingtapcomedy.com, to check out all of our shows that we've got going on right now.
So many good shows coming up.
Some of them are bi-weekly, others are monthly. Things are coming online every week almost, in terms of new shows that are popping up. So just check that out.
Yeah.
Come see some live comedy and check out some new breweries that maybe you haven't been to. It's one of the nice things about our shows is it basically serves as a brewery tour. So you can check out a spot that you really love or something you haven't seen before
Something brand
and
new. Try it.
enjoy some live comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're going to be down at the Chief Music Festival. What's it actually?
It's a comedy festival. You're on it. You're performing.
Yeah, I know. But what's it called? It's the Chief.
The Southwest Chief.
Chief.
Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
And there is a bicycle part in there, but I don't need to bring that up.
Yeah, that's okay.
I
But yeah,
did.
we're going to be down there. So if you find yourself down in Trinidad or you want to go to check out a comedy festival, we're going to be doing a live show there. And then Steve and I are doing stand-up shows down there as well. Yep. Anything else?
Go Chuckle Puckers.
Indeed. All right, cool. Thank you guys very much for having
Hey,
us.
thank you for
Thank
visiting.
you.
Yeah, thanks
Really
for
appreciate
coming.
it. Cool.
Bye.